Hey, I'm just putting together this video really quick to show you where to find everything and kind of tell you what you're going to do for your final presentation. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. So I've got right here is um, your canvas, and we've got come right down here to your final project. And when you click on your final project, you click on submit your final project and go down to final presentation. This right here, final group Excel workbook submission, that's where you're going to be submitting your Excel work. And then you've got your final presentation and your group member evaluations. But final presentation right here has your rubric. So you can download your rubric, and we'll look at that in just a second. And then the the presentations are essentially a pitch to a client. And so you're going to be deciding on, hey, what is a client that you should be looking at? What is it that they need? And yeah, so let's take a look at this right here. So this is the rubric, the professionalism, engagement, presentation design, content, style, visuals, accuracy, and overall effectiveness. And so you can kind of see exactly what it is that I'm looking for. Professionalism, you should all be dressed appropriately. Whether it be business casual or, um, you know, whatever is appropriate for your situation, for your client. Think of this that you are going and pitching in front of your client. Engaging, there should be something at the beginning that's like a hook that gets people engaged right away. Like, hey, here's the problem. And after you have the problem, then you talk about, hey, this is the solution, and here are the steps to achieve that solution. And so make sure that you don't lose attention throughout the thing. But yeah, you really need that intro hook to say, hey, look at you are the client. This is the problem that you have. You should pay attention to this problem, and here's what you need to do based on our data to solve that problem. The presentation design flows and is easy to read throughout. Make sure that you use the correct statistical language. The purpose of the presentation is clear, and research is thoroughly covered. Now, what this means, you don't have to go into all the deep details of the research, but the content should be clear, and the data should definitely back up whatever it is that you are presenting. And so you don't have to be like, hey, our null hypothesis was this, our alternative hypothesis was this. Rather, you show a graph and you say, we ran a statistical analysis, and based on this analysis, we were able to determine, this, and we're confident of that with this amount, and tell the probability, the p-value. Um, sorry. And then visuals, well, team members speak clearly, maintain eye contact. Visuals are memorable, clear, and they add to the presentation, not taking away. So yeah, make sure that you have a good balance of images and text, and that, like I said, the accuracy, and the research in an interesting manner. So make sure that you download that. There are, let me show you. Um, I've got a few examples of presentations. Um, and so what you're going to do is you are going to upload your PowerPoint here and your presentation link here. And you're gonna probably upload that to YouTube or to Zoom or to Box or something, and then just put the link up here. And so I'm going to go to discussions right now, and I'm going to show you where you're going to upload it. So right here, it says discussions, presentation link, and discussions. So you click on this and you're like, presentation link is on discussions. And one person from your group uploads your presentation link and discussion. So, or sorry, yeah, your presentation link, and then everyone else replies to it. So I go reply, and I say, here is a link to our presentation. And this is an example from a presentation from last semester. And so I'm going to reply and click on it. Oh, bada bing, bada boom. We've got this presentation. And they've got this wonderful Star Wars intro with a background story. This is their hook. Um, and they tell the story that goes for a whole 1 minute and 20 some odd seconds. And then they've got this beautiful background that they did really good on. Frankly, they didn't make it, but they got it from someplace. I'm sure that they did really good. Um, let's see here. Then they talk about, hey, here's the problem. People respond really well to the problem. So you start right away with, what is the problem? The newer Star Wars movies have made less profit, da 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 da. How can we change this? So you start with a problem. Make sure that you start with, hey, here's the problem. What's the problem? Whatever the problem is, the problem needs to be specific to your um, uh, to your client, and then you come through here and backed up with the data. Now, it's okay to get data from other sources. Like for instance, if you go to Statista, if you go to other places, just make sure that you cite those sources. You need to have data. You need to have at least 3 of your tests in here. And so you notice, hey, we've got this is based in one of their tests that they had. This is also based on one of the tests that they had. And then let's see here. Um, then they're saying, hey, this is what you need to do to bring to Star Wars. You need to add original storyline, plot twist, well thought out plot, emotional weight, um, and action films inquire income action film income frequency by actors. Then they're talking about, hey, these are the actors that you should include. I mean, this is pretty cool. Uh, but they put a graph in there. Graphs are really phenomenal for demonstrating this. Now, this comes from what they did is they said they sent out a survey to everyone in the class, and they said, hey, who's your favorite Star Wars character? And so who's your favorite Star Wars character? Um, and yeah, then they got some data on that, and then they were like, hey, Luke Skywalker, Yoda, so on and so forth. And then they said, according to our solution, this is what you should do. And so you can kind of look at this and you can see, okay, everyone's got a problem. You've got a solution, and there's multiple steps to the solution, and all the steps in the solution are backed up by data. In the past, like I said, I made the students survey other people in the class. Um, I'm not going to do that this semester. I might do that in a future semester. But yeah, just be aware, do your best with, the data that you have, but you can incorporate other data from um, throughout the, what's that called? Um, throughout the internet. Um, and then when they have the solution, another really good thing is at the very end, have a slide that really summarizes everything together. So that way you can be like, okay, this was the problem, here were the steps, and this is our final pitch. This is what you need for Star Wars X. You need Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson to lead the stormtroopers in battle against, I don't know exactly what their thing was, but you can see multiple different options that I've posted there for you that are just good examples as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it.